Okay, just before we start this episode, everybody, I am really sorry about this. For some reason, it was using my headset mic instead of my main mic, which was stowed up by my head. So I'm quite surprised it even picked up the audio, but it did, and it's terrible, but you can hear it. And it was such a good race, I didn't want to redo it. So unfortunately, you have to put up with a shitty headset mic that's nowhere near my mouth. If you can go through that, you're going to see a cracking race, and hopefully audio will be back to normal next time. So apologies for that. Do enjoy the race anyway, and please do join me next time. Welcome back to Motorsport Manager GT Series, everybody. As promised, here's the race the very next day. By waiting a day also to record it, rather than doing it straight after like I was going to, means I got some nice feedback, some well wishes for this season. A few concerns about the amount of money spent. It is going to be a problem. There's no doubt about that. Our sponsors and driver payments aren't quite going to be enough. We're going to lose quite a lot of money per race, I would have thought. Well, 1.2 to be precise. Hopefully we can get some new sponsors. Someone wants to see the marketability. It's at 44.7. I don't know if that is an improvement from last year. I feel like it is. I don't actually know the figure. Jacob, very marketable, and Dreyfus, not so much, but she should be getting better results, so her marketability should go up fairly quickly. But let's get straight into what we're talking about then for today, which is race number 1. We're going to go for 8th or above, just because we really need that money, and 16th or above, it's barely worth picking that sponsor. 76,000 is not going to make the difference in our season. Now, of course, we have our car from last year, so not too many improvements straight away. We've got a lot of work to do on it. I feel we need to be giving Dreyfus the better car. She is the number 1 driver, and from experience she is a much better driver. So she's going to get the better car for race number 1. Jacob will have a chance to prove himself. The car's looking rubbish. Yeah, the driver's not too happy with the car. It's a pretty crappy car, let's be honest. Why you give me such a piece of rubbish to drive around in whilst I'm a human being? I need my dignity. Okay, let's just think Alonso, Dreyfus, okay? Everyone will respect you if you do an incredible job in a rubbish car. Just watch the Canadian Grand Prix, and once again, well, you might not have watched it, so we won't go into any spoilers for that. It's a great race though, do check it out. Okay. So we're going into practice, so I shall get practice done and join you again in qualifying. Okay, we're underway in qualifying then. Bit of a mixed session. Dreyfus very good on 97%. Jakob Vusu, no idea why I said his name like that. 93%, struggled a little bit. One big difference with both our drivers. 15 full feedback, so we should be able to get the car set up a lot better this year. Pretty bad warm-up for Dreyfus, cold and overheated. Hopefully Jakob can do a bit better. Perfect and overheated, that's a bit better. Now I'm not expecting miracles in this session. Once again we went for everything on ultra soft and race preparation in terms of the knowledge slots. So we're very set up for the race. The ultra soft boost should help us in qualifying. And with the better feedback, we actually got level 3 on both categories, which I think is the first time we've managed that in the GT series. So immediately, the new drivers proving their worth in that sense. Whether their speed can do anything about not finishing bottom of the same car, we'll find out. It'll be a good indicator of our 2 drivers anyway. So Dreyfus crossed the line first at 15.3. Bosu a long way back, 7 tenths back from Dreyfus, with a 16.0. So immediately looking like a great lap from Dreyfus, and at least on this run has a big advantage over a teammate. So let's see how it shakes out. We'll go for a second run, of course. Let's speed it up a little bit to do that. We're looking like we're going to be down the bottom end, not going to lie. But Dreyfus has got enough speed in her, and we know that oh too well from single seater, that she can outperform the car pretty substantially. So let's put another set of ultra softs on. She has got the better setup as well by quite a distance. So whether Vosu is struggling a little bit from that point, it's possible. So let's strap on another set of ultra softs onto Jacob as well. Other thing to note, Dreyfus got a pretty bad warm-up last time. So there's time for her to find. Whether there's time for Vosu, I would hope so. But we will find out. As long as he does a half decent job. Let's remember, this is the same car as last season, essentially. And we were right down the back in every single race in terms of qualifying. Okay, looks like we're going to get a much better tyre temp. Yeah, perfect and overheated for Dreyfus, so she should get a better lap if she stays out of traffic. Vosu, perfect and overheated again. So we'll see if he can find an improvement. Dreyfus has got 3 temps to find ahead of her, but it'd be good if she could sure up that 16th place. I don't think there's 3-stage qualifying this time. It's not showing the split things. So I'm wondering if that's one thing I can't remember is the changes that were made for this season in terms of the rule set. Or someone can remember. But, I wonder if that was one of them. We're now not just doing a single session of qualifying. Anyway, Dreyfus crossed the line. It's 15.2, so she gets a 10th improvement. It's not going to be enough to trouble the top 15. Vosu improves as well, 15.4, and actually climbs the positions. That's a much better lap for Jacob. And we're right in that hunt, really. Dreyfus, as I would expect, Milado just pushed her down 17. Showing good pace. I'm happy with how this is looking. I think we can definitely have a race of it tomorrow. Today, you know what I mean. a little bit of role play. We're going to have a good night's sleep. Cat's going to work hard overnight, do a little tinkering to the car, and we'll go out and smash it tomorrow. Yeah, no team principals ever talk like that. Maybe they should. Make them a bit more interesting. Hey? So, if he didn't have the accent, it would be the most boring man alive. That accent just makes whatever he says incredibly interesting. It's very Arnold Schwarzenegger-esque. I'm not going to do that accent. Yeah, so there isn't 3-stage qualifying. So it's 18th and 19th. Dreyfus actually got knocked down an extra place. You can see there she's a couple of temps within those cars ahead, and that's a good sign. 3 temps between our 2 drivers. Work out that's 3 temps, about 2.5 temps. Doesn't really matter, does it? Let's be honest. Right, let's get out racing tomorrow then. Just that one qualifying session confirmed then. So that obviously is the first change from last year. Now, were there any changes to refueling? Yeah. No refueling was another change. So we have 28 laps of fuel to start and 28 laps to finish. So we have to do some fuel management throughout the afternoon. I'm going to start on the super soft tyres for Vosu. And we're going to start on the ultra softs for Dreyfus. Let's do those noise shots then. There we go, nice 15% boost for both drivers, ultra softs and race trim. Which, as I said, is great that because their feedback is much better. That's what we're getting out of it. We're going to get some level 3s, which is good news. And we'll start with we'll start pushing. We'll keep the engine mode medium. We need to look after the car a lot. Let's just have a refresh of how we're going to be looking. We can't see that just yet. Anyway, we'll get a feel for that in the race. A lot less pressure this season, but anyway, season 2 is underway then. A much better start from Jacob than Claudia Dreyfus in our car. Jacob making a move down the outside into turn 1. It's up into 17th place, looking to get 16th down into this left-hander. Have the inside line for the next corner. We go around the outside and the hairpin. Dreyfus also making a move. Jacob actually mucked that up a lot in the first place. Instead of gain one, Dreyfus is going to out-drag her teammate down into the chicane. Is she? Yeah, come out, guys. Yes, she is. Okay. We're going to stay pushing. We seem to have slight issues with tyre warm-up at the moment, so we'll continue to push. We can see very split strategies as to what people are doing. Everybody's pretty high on the engine modes though, which is good news for us because they'll hopefully run into problems later in the race if they keep that up. We can keep our charge for now. So Dreyfus now making some good progress as Jacob goes to the back of the field. Dreyfus now up to 16th, great when he that head in 2 positions gained. She's on the ultra soft tyres, so she needs to make good progress early. Try and get up there to where Kenny Mendy is in 11th and 12th, if she can. But early days yet, let's speed it up a little bit. So we're going to have to be watchful of the fuel loads, watchful of the car condition. Let's take a look. Yeah, so suspension and brakes are going to be the issue on both cars. Managed to get quite a lot of reliability into the engine and gearbox this race, which should put us in good stead. So tyre temperatures are now easily up into the working range, so let's go back to neutral. We'll just look after these cars, shall we? Okay. We're going to use Dreyfus' boost to try and get her clear of this little broom. We need to use it now. A little bit too late to defend. Should give her just the boost down the straight though, and head into the chicane. And she goes round the outside of Shannon and Parker. Great double move. Dreyfus up into 12th now. Jacob's still trading around at the back of the field. Not too worried, he is on the super soft tyres, so shouldn't worry too much there. We will use Jacob Dreyfus coming under pressure there. We'll use his boost down this straight just to keep him in touch and maybe challenge Malado down into the chicane. Not quite. Dreyfus has lost those positions again, scrapping hard in this midfield. That's what we're going to be doing pretty much all this season, I would have thought. We're not going to be looking towards the front field. Every position is going to count. Of course, we're under a lot less pressure this year. Our chairman will just be happy with literally 19th to 20th. So we lose $1 million in funding, but it means that we should get that trust of the chairman back. Every place forward from 19th to 20th is a bonus, especially for this first race. So about 7 laps in, Dreyfus' tyres not looking too good at the moment. She's having to scrap really hard, which I think is why her tyres are that much more worn than the rest, or that top 10 especially. So we'll try and get her in early, but not too early. It's going to be looking like a 2-stop race. To do that, we're going to need to average around 10 laps per set of tyres. Dreyfus, little lock up there, lost more tyre life. Also used super softs, are holding up nicely. So I think it's fair to say that they can do 10 laps. It's whether we want to do 2 stints on the ultras or 2 stints on the super softs. I think we will bring Dreyfus in this time around then for some super soft tyres. Suspension and brakes worrying me a bit. But we'll hold out. Maybe if we get a safety car or something, we'll try putting that 25% charge in. Get a safety car, then we can maybe get a stop done later in the race and get those repairs done. So Dreyfus in. Let's hope for a good first stop of the season. Nope, it's a mistake on the tyres. It's cost her 4 seconds. She still gets out ahead of Lee and Parker. And she's got tons of charge now, and we're going to use that all down this lovely long back straight. It's quite apt that we're in Vancouver for the race today, having just had Montreal Grand Prix. Yes, there is some issues with the suspension. about that at the moment. We're going to try and take it as far as we can. And she's going to gain 2 more positions. So some cars already, I presume these guys are doing repairs. So we stand a good chance of a good result here, because Dreyfus has gapped those 4 drivers by an absolute country mile. So it gives us room to do repairs, but if we can avoid repairs, she's going to be in incredibly good shape come the end of the race. So Vosu still right at the back of those that haven't pitted. But he's going some distance on these tyres, which is good. So he's who we need to concentrate on at the moment. His brakes and suspension in much better shape than Dreyfus's, it's got to be said. So he stands a good chance later in the race as well. Now, I am favouring at this point 2 ultra soft runs maybe. Just use Rossi's charge down this straight. Dreyfus, not at the moment. Vostu we're going to bring this time around, and he's done a good stint on those super soft tyres. We're going to put the ultra softs on. We'll be aiming for 2 ultra soft stints. Whether we can manage it, I don't know. Depends on the deg. So we'll see where he comes out. If he can get out in 14th place, this will be brilliant. We need no mistakes, and we've got a mistake on a wheel again. That's cost us 7 seconds, but he's still going to get out in 10th place. This is a cracking drive from our 2 guys. And once again, first few races of the season, just get your cars to the finish without any repairs. If you can do that, you are quids in for a good result. Because the AI are very overcautious with repairs. That being said, I think we're going to have to repair Dreyfus in her second stop, the brakes and the suspension. Hopefully she can make it far enough. Just use that boost down the straight. Hopefully she can make it far enough that it doesn't become a problem before then. We'll be looking around about lap 20, around about lap 20-21 for Dreyfus. Fuel looking good at the moment, plus 0.55 for Vosu, plus I think that's 5.6, my recording pen's over it. So. Suspension already proving an issue for Dreyfus then. Right, we'll keep a close eye on our lap times. If we have to pit a few laps early and put the super softs on, we will, but ideally we will eke this out and put the ultra softs on and make those repairs. So she needs to get to about lap 20. Having said, Vosu already struggling on those ultra softs. Super soft, I think, is the race tyre today, you know. I mean, Vosu is definitely reducing that gap to Dreyfus. Vosu is going to start coming under threat from behind. At the moment, we're in 9th place. Don't tell anyone. Shh. But I think we might have a chance of a good race here. Dreyfus is obviously going to take a big hit from those repairs, and it depends if the AI are going to have to make some more repairs in their final stop. Vosu, though, looking good to get to the end of this race without any repairs. But we'll find out. Right, 16% on that suspension and brakes. Going to start causing an issue, but she's still on pace. She's not losing time, and some more pit stops at the back of the field there. Brakes and suspension. Yeah, I think we're going to have to pit Dreyfus. I think we're just going to have to be safe and put on the super soft tyres. I don't want to risk that car, so we're going to put the super softs on. We're going to repair that suspension and brakes. It's going to add an awful lot of time on board. There's not much we can do. She made some big gains. A lot of the AI is struggling with their parts as well. So with any luck, she could still stay in this race. Some good points today. Vostu, I think, is going to be our man though if we can get to the end. That being said, the suspension and brakes are in massive trouble as well. So in comes Dreyfus. Please, can we have a clean stop this time? Keeping an eye on Vossu, because we're going to use that boost down that straight. There we go. Great stop from Dreyfus. She's going to get back out in 14th. Only one car that has pitted ahead, which is Okimoto. And she's Dreyfus's charge straight out of the pits there. So it was looking well. Some good points. So she's made those repairs. She's got tyres that can definitely go to the end. Fuel is looking okay. It's just going to be her outright pace now. Diarra clearly quicker. Dreyfus battling hard though. We're going to have to make the same repairs for the Jacob, unfortunately. Always going to be a risk. Let's make them sooner rather than later. We'll put the Ultrasofts on. We shall make those repairs. Oh, once the gearbox. Oh no. What are we looking at? 12th or 14th? It's 14th. Oh no. Okay, it's 14th. Let's just do it. Come on, let's just get these cars to the end of the race. Put that charge in as well. We could risk it, but there's a lot that could still happen in this race. So Dreyfus is going to pick up even more positions now. She goes up into 9th place. Vossu, those repairs. Oh, there's a mistake on the suspension. That's cost us 3 seconds. He's still back out in 12th though. We are doing it today. Now this is reliability based mostly, I'm sure. But these drivers just seem to be handling everything better as well. They're fighting harder. They kept up with the pace in the early laps. Dreyfus once again just showing pure class in this car. Whatever you put her in, she does the business. And she may be costing us a small fortune. She is costing us a small fortune. Her results can get us up the table. Get us some new sponsors. She's up to 6th now. We're on target for this bonus now. And Jacob is up into 9th. Come on guys, we can do this. How are the cars looking? Brakes could be an issue for Vossu. Gearbox has gone for Dreyfus. We're gonna have to risk it. 5 laps to go. Let's hope we can get to the end. She's gonna get another position, you know. She's up into 4th. AI is struggling massively, and Jacob's gonna get up into 6th. Could you have predicted this, everybody? What a start! Well, I'm not going to say anything yet. We've got to finish this out. Now we could back off a bit, Dreyfus. Car behind is 9 seconds, and then it's our teammate who is a further 10 seconds behind. So she's got room to back off and maybe settle for 5th. I'm going to trust that gearbox. I'm going to trust that it can carry on at this pace. We haven't pushed it. It's just 3.5 laps in the early red zone. And unless it goes down sort of 5 or 6%, she's not going to lose pace. But it could go. We are in that zone where it could just go bang. So, just got to keep your fingers crossed. Cross your fingers and toes, everybody. But no odd numbers, please. So do have a conversation between yourselves about who's crossing what, just to make sure we're not in the odd numbers, because that is of course unlucky. So if you couldn't do that, that'd be very thankful. I'm just deflecting at the moment. I'm just in disbelief, and I'm so hoping that we get this cars to the finish. Dreyfus, that gap is now 5 seconds. Vossu has passed Nan just 3 seconds behind, but we are, the leader has started the final lap. We've got just over a lap and a half to do. That gearbox is now at 5%. As Dreyfus now starts her final lap. So we're going to concentrate on Dreyfus. 3.7 seconds is the gap behind. She's lapping around the same pace as Gira ahead, but she's about a second a lap slower than Olin behind. Bossu has got company. Martinan is very, very close. I'm going to try and use his boost down this straight to just give him a little bit of gap. Dreyfus is going to come home in 4th place. Now it's just Jacob. Come on, lad. You got a bit of fuel. It doesn't matter. Oh, that was close. He's got 6th. What a job, team. We've lost that race right there. It's all about the reliability, the AI. The rest of the field just in pandemonium, the amount of repairs I'm sure they did during that race. Still only 2 stops for most of the field, but an awful lot of repairs I would imagine during that race. And that is a cracking start. Wow. No penalties for everybody, so it stays 4th and 6th. Dreyfus forward 14 positions on the grid. Jacob 13 positions forward. That's a huge bucket full of points. And that means that we are leading the championship after race number 1. Now, tell me, everybody below, that nobody predicted that. Nobody. Oh, that's superb. Try spending less money on helicopters and jacuzzis and more on your cars, Jamie Ellis. Did you watch that race, Sylvie? You eat those words in a bout of humble stew. Yeah, you heard me. Well, what an opening race. I am under no illusions that's not going to continue. But if we can get the reliability up there for race number 2, we could get a similar result race number 2 because the AI will still have to bring their reliability up as well. Big improvements to both our drivers as well. That's the other thing, they've got a lot of room for improvement, especially Jacob. So they should be getting better and better as the season goes on, and that's a big boost to Dreyfus's morale. That is the problem. We are getting hit pretty heavily per race. We managed to save a bit of money that time round, but we are going to have issues. Hopefully we can get some good sponsors. If we can we've got quite a few sponsors to renew in the next couple of races. If there's some good sponsor offers or just some upfront payments just to help us get to the end of the season. But we couldn't have started better. I mean, that table is a joy to behold. That one makes me want to cry with joy. As always, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Do leave your comments down below, and I'm sure you're surprised at that incredible race. Hit that like button as well to let me know you're enjoying it. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Check out everything else on the channel, single-seater playthrough of this game, as well as lots of other games and content for you to watch and enjoy. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.